Okay, so we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh yeah.
So hello, I'm JeedUnit.
And I'm G-Virus.
This is Super Adventure Island 2. So G-Virus will mostly be commenting the run.
Yeah, I will.
So I hope you will enjoy the run.
So basically what's happening here is we have Master Higgins, protagonist of the whole Adventure Island series, apparently got washed up on the shore on an island with a castle, and he's talking to the king. King's like, oh, you know what? There's this like really hot chick that I found on the beach the other day. I want to marry her, but I kind of lost her because this wizard kind of abducted her. So do you want to just, go and get her back for me, bro? That's pretty much what's happening right now. So Master Higgins, being the, altruistic protagonist that he is, sets off to rescue the damsel in distress. And first island is Poka Poka Island, which we like to call the Forest Island. Now, you'll notice in this game a couple of mechanics to be abused. Mainly, keeping your running speed is quite the endeavor. As in, when he's jumping and he's close to the enemies, if he punches them while they're invincible, they can't, while they're flashing basically, they can't deal any damage to your character. So the point is to just damage them as you go through them. So you clip through them, keep your running speed, and
What a start!
This is an awesome start. And by the way, he's the world record holder right now. So he's going to display his vast array of skills and choke potential, maybe.
Oh yeah!
Now he got the sword. What he's going to do is he's going to drain the water, and he's going to go 2 rooms up and 1 room to the right, and you'll see that there's going to be some fishes just lying on what used to be a river. Now,
I'll try the fish skips once.
Now there's the fish skip that's possible. So what he wants to do is jump at a precise height and cause a delayed knockback
Not looking good.
from the damage. And now it's kind of a staring contest.
Nah.
All right, so he's going to go all the way around. So getting this is heavily RNG based because whenever the fish jumps, there's no way to manipulate it and there's no way to tell when he's going to do it. So you kind of have to react as it happens. And it's very, very RNG heavy. But if you do land it right, you save 45 seconds on this level alone. I do believe you did get it on your world record run, did you?
Yep.
So it's the game looks easy. It looks like just your average speed game. It's actually quite hard, but it's also very interesting. So now what he did is those springs, you jump on them 1, 2, 3 times, each time jumping a little bit higher, and it keeps the number of jumps in memory. So if you jump twice on it, the 3rd time it doesn't reset even if you jump off. The 3rd time will give you the highest boost of the 3. And by doing this, jumping on it at an angle, he could just keep going forward without losing his momentum. And here's the first boss. So basically, in this game, you could just spam the attack button as fast as you can, but that won't actually make you attack faster. There's an actual tempo that you need to follow in order to deal maximum damage and land as many hits as you can. And in this game, the only really unfortunate thing about this game as a speed game is the cutscenes are mandatory and you can't skip them. So there you have it.
And it takes forever in the English version.
It takes forever, and not only that, you'll also notice that at some point in the game there's like a 3-minute cutscene. I'm pretty sure Kojima got his idea for Metal Gear Solid 4 cutscenes from this game, and that's pretty much it. But you'll see. You'll see for yourself. And I gotta say, I love the soundtrack to this game. Now what he did, he just got the Sunstone, the Lightning Stone. And he's going to use it here to basically lower those stones and move on to the next area. Now the overworld is divided between 6 islands, and he needs to go to each and every single island, collect items, and there's some backtracking involved. So we actually visit each island at least twice. And here what he's doing in this, he's fighting a mini-boss to get an item in order to be able to go to a further island. And sometimes you'll notice he keeps hugging the shore. And that's because, well, right now he could get a random encounter. I don't believe he got one so far in the run, but as he's keeping close to the island, for some reason, this is a random encounter free zone. And each random encounter takes on average about 6 seconds to go through. So not getting any random encounters is actually a really good thing in a run, and getting the least amount of them, and they're completely RNG, so there's no way to manipulate it other than going through the island, and some specific parts of the overworld map are free of random encounters. So we're going to try and go through those as much as we can, and there's some death warping involved that you will see further down the run. First random encounter. This one's pretty easy. Further you go in the game, the worse they get. And it's always faster to go to the left.
Yep.
Except for one instance, I believe.
Yep.
There's one random encounter where it's faster to go to the right. If we get it...
I don't have the time to react, so I always go left.
So he always goes left, but...
It's RNG.
3 random encounters so far.
3 so far.
That's pretty good.
So this old man will teach me how to push a rock.
Yeah, he's gonna teach you, for $100, he's gonna teach you how to push a rock, which is how a lot of people end in jail. Oh man. Big shout outs to the cutscenes and the text boxes in this game.
I'm gonna yell, just to be safe. Marathon strats.
Although the soundtrack is hella catchy, I gotta say, especially the overworld song. It'll get stuck in your head.
4?
One more random encounter.
I keep getting the same encounter over and over again.
Alright, so now... Man, people are hyped for your run.
Nice.
Can you hear all those people cheering for you? That's pretty badass.
So 5 encounters so far. I think between 6 and 8 is good. 6.
I kind of have to send my Steam account to Shokushu so he sets up my run, which is the next one coming up.
6 encounters. Pretty good. And here's the best part in the English version.
Yep. The ice giant cometh and breaketh, openeth the dooreth. This is George R.R. Martin level of writing right there. Winds of Winter confirmed.
Oh! No, I missed my jump. I had the perfect RNG for the damage boost.
I apologize because RIP headphone users, but that's actually, when that rabbit jumps, he can use the snowball to get a boost like this, but on the first cloud, and it's heavily RNG influenced, so basically getting it is luck of the draw every single time. And he actually got it. Now, as he's going down the slope, unless he was actually using a sword, that's because if he doesn't, he just stays there and starts running down the slope. And running down the slope, for some reason, Higgins doesn't care about physics. He's actually slower running down the slope rather than just not being on flat ground. So by hitting with the sword, he bounces and keeps his momentum. And now you'll note he got the fire sword, and this being the ice level, as most of you fellow gamers are aware, fire beats ice. So there's a lot of elements involved in this game, and there are some strengths, weaknesses for bosses, enemies, and now he's getting fire armor, which as he explained to me is a scrub tactic, but it's also a world record tactic apparently. So, and this jump in this game, the jump height if you hit the ceiling with your head, you drop faster. Now in this case, it would have been a problem because he wanted to actually make it to that ledge.
Why not?
But if he jumped all the way up, he wouldn't have made it. So you have to control your jumping height. There's a lot of little physics, details regarding the physics in this game that makes it, I'd say, it makes the movement more complex than it actually appears. So most of the time, as you're going up, down slopes, you always want to be jumping and keep your speed as much as you can.
Maybe you can explain why I'm doing this part twice.
Yeah, exactly. So, can you say that again?
Maybe explain why I'm doing this part twice.
Oh yeah. So as you noticed, on his way down the first time around, he triggered a switch, and as he was on the last floor, see that big ice rock? Well, he's going to dropping down that shaft that he just fell down through the first time. So this level is really backtrack percent. You do the level twice, essentially, and you have to trigger the switch again because you're going to need some blocks. Those blocks you'll see, they were activated this time around. You're going to need them to go through, otherwise we need to perform a glitch that's both parts super hard and annoying, and otherwise he wouldn't be able to finish the level without that glitch if he didn't trigger that switch.
It let me get a magic bottle, but...
He could magic bottle, true. He could magic bottle out of the level.
But the other one I could get is really slow and risky, so I want it.
So here's the mammoth. Now, interesting tidbit about the mammoth, the actual boss, the hitbox, it's only the trump of the mammoth. It's actually going to deal any damage.
Oops.
So when you're not screwing up and doing this properly, and you're not the world record holder, and you're practicing to become the world record holder, I can't even show you now because he beat the boss too fast. Why did you add a cycle? I was explaining how the trump was the hitbox, and now they're like, you know, oh, G-Virus, you're full of shit. You're just saying things. This guy makes me look bad.
Please.
Oh, you lost your memory. I lost mine too. What a coincidence. Swipe right. The dialogue in this game is amazing. So close.
What's that countdown? No. Fine.
And we're good. Now he's going to use the Star Stone.
Went the menu too fast.
Yeah, that's the thing. You need to be with both feet on the platform, otherwise.
And not be moving. If
and
you're
not be
moving,
moving.
you can't use the item.
If you're within one of the movement frames, the game won't let you use the stone, as it will not recognize that you're standing still on the plate. I've had that happen to me like every single time I was playing this game.
It was one frame too early, pretty sure.
Yeah. And now we got the Sun Ring, which is what is required to open up the Volcano Island, which is Fua Fua, if I'm not mistaken.
Boa Boa.
Boa Boa. Fua Fua is the last island.
More segment third.
Sur mon Steam account. Check mécanique sur mon Steam account, j'ai envoyé pour l'installation.
I switched weapon there because the dragon could not be a problem, but it could totally be. He can shoot fireballs and it's totally random. And if I get it once, it makes the rest of the level very dangerous. So I need all my HP. Now I want to use it. And I got the magic wand, which lets me cast spells. And now I have one max magic. Yep. And each magic bottle gives me one max magic and a new spell. I need 4 to get the warp spell, which will let me backtrack later much faster.
And now here he's using body hits from the small dragons
Not sure if I
to be able to run. Oh,
no.
that was close. So he's actually going to kill himself to start over the level.
The skip I'm going to do, the damage boost skips also about 40-45 seconds.
So the skip he's going to do, which I'm going to explain as he does it, saves about 45 seconds. So losing 10 seconds here is actually worth it.
Finally, catch you here after 3 days.
Yeah. All right, so as you'll see, he used the dragon to get some invincibility frames, and okay, perfect. And he's going to use that fireball to jump. Oh,
what?
What?
I'll do the long way.
Okay, he's going to do it the long way then.
I haven't done this part since forever. I should be fine.
And now
I usually reset there.
this is the Indiana Jones room, where you probably can't hear it right now, but he's being chased by a huge boulder. But if you're good, you don't even notice that there's a boulder chasing you. That's only if you're good. So the boulder means get good.
Hashtag world record over there.
So the skip would have brought us on that platform that he just, well, right here. That's where he would have been if he got the boost, so we didn't have to go all the way around like we just did. But I think that because he's the world record holder, he doesn't want to show off all his strats so no one can beat him, right? That's your tactic? That's what I thought. And now, here's a fun tidbit about this game. It's actually an open world game, as you notice, with the overworld map, and all the levels are connected through some hidden passages like this one that you open up with the lever that he just pushed. Now, we're back to the first island, Poka Poka, and as you'll notice, he's going to go through some familiar rooms, but also he's going to go to some new rooms, grab some items. In this case, he's going for the ice sword. Why we're going for the ice sword? To put it mildly, it's going to kick the Fire Island's bosses, but 5 times faster. It takes 15 cycles to kill the boss on the Fire Island, and if you have the ice sword, it takes 3 cycles, if I'm not mistaken. So it's 5 times the damage.
And each cycle is about 50 seconds. I calculated, and I think the 15th cycle is like 12 minutes compared to 2 minutes with the 3 cycles. It's ridiculous.
So we change a 15-minute fight into a 3-minute fight, which, you know, in terms of speed running, it kind of makes sense. Now, what he just did, oh, by the way, jumping on the water like this, you have a 2-frame window where you can hit jump as you land in the water. That allows you to just jump and keep your running speed and keep your momentum at the same time. Now that bird that he's keeping on screen, it was just for that. So he got the damage boost to go up there and grab the life bottle. You need 2.5 hearts to finish the game, which he now has.
I need it for the damage boost. It's faster to get the HP.
Exactly.
And a lot safer.
Do you get any extra hearts for a marathon safety at all, or?
Nah.
So YOLO.
I didn't run it. Nah.
All right.
I'll be fine. Also, I activate the checkpoint even if I don't need it, because we'll have a magic eventually that will let me warp there. So for the second round of revisiting the islands, it will be much faster to warp there.
And also, I should note that for people who don't know the game, every room that has a water well like this, the water heals you, but it's also a checkpoint that you can use using the feather to move between checkpoints, between islands, which is something we're going to do. Now he's jumping between platforms, and he's landing on them on the first pixel that he can.
Ah, missed it. Missed it. Oh, maybe? Oh, no. That's so close.
Now what he tried to do was to go up without scrolling the screen too much, because if an object is not on the screen, it doesn't get spawned. So he could have gone all the way up, and those little walls that basically blocked him wouldn't have been there. He could have grabbed that chest right away. Now there were 5 switches that we needed to turn to basically open the boss area, which is what he just did. And this is the last room before the boss room. And like I said, controlling your jump height is super important, because if he would have hit his head on the ceiling there, he would fall right back down and wouldn't have time to only get damaged once on the lava. Now, it's interesting to note the fact that now he just healed. It does not slow down the game. It does not cost him any time because the boss is spawning while he's doing it. So it's actually a safe strat that doesn't cost you any time. So in speedrunning, it's quite a luxury, to say the least.
And I need the heal magic to do a skip later, so even equipping it doesn't cost any time.
He would have needed it further down the line anyway, is what he's trying to say, so using it here is really not a problem. Does not affect his run in any way whatsoever. What kind of mother throws babies at you that way?
Every boss does.
Every boss in video game history, right? Even Bowser does it. Also, big shout outs to Teenage Mutant Rockin' Turtles.
Also known as the Mega Man 7 Turtle.
It really is the Mega Man 7 Turtle. And that's it for the boss. And now we just grab the Aqua Stone, which, as you probably guessed by now, is going to lower some more stones, allow us into new territory that's going to allow us to go to another island. And right now we're going to the tropical island, or where the casino is. Now, we like to call 100% casino percent, because to do 100% in this game, you need to gather all the golden armor pieces, well, the golden armor, golden shield, golden sword. And in order to do that, you need to go to the casino and win at least $30,000 3 times to buy the equipment. And seeing how it's the only way you can actually gain so much coin in this game, there's no other way. You have to go through it. Now, the fastest way to do this is the slot machine. And so it's the casino. I mean, RNG is the name of the game. So 100% is even more RNG based than this run.
Shout out to Meta Sigma, who dared to do a 100% run and did a pretty good one.
Oh, no fireball. Good.
At this point, I don't care. I want to take damage.
So here he'll be taking damage voluntarily because there's a death warp coming up.
I usually take one more hit, but I'll be safe. Now I want a fast encounter.
Now, in this case, not getting a random encounter is bad.
I want this one. Good.
Now, when you die in this game, in the overworld map, it sends you back to the first island, where the castle is. This is actually a lot faster than going all the way back, backtracking all the way to
From this point, I can get no encounter.
And yeah, exactly. from this point onwards, we get no random encounter all the way to Puka Puka Island. I hate the name of that island, Puka Puka. So now we use the power fan. I wish they would have trolled us some more with the text for the other animations.
So this is where the 2 frames jumps gets really important.
Now it's the 2-frame swim skip. He's skipping, jumping, and just going straight to the swimming because it's the new strat. It's the new strat, right? This is intentional, people. Do not worry.
That's it.
Now that was an accident. He didn't mean to do that. So this level is also a bit of a maze. And also we get no random encounters while we're in between sections in this island because it does not count as the overworld map. Now these rooms with the moving platforms get tricky real fast, but they're also heavily, you can really optimize those rooms if you start speedrunning this game. You can gain a lot of time just by going through the room in the right order, jumping on the right platforms, the right bouncing boxes.
This one is pretty tricky.
So 1, 2, and on 3, he wants to get the spring on the last pixel so he gets enough distance to actually trigger this. Now, he went there not for the health, he actually went there to trigger the checkpoint, which we're going to use later down the road. And he just got the Thunder Sword. Same concept as with the Ice Sword. The boss is going to be a lot easier to beat with the proper equipment. And also, one thing about the Aqua Armor, you're going to be like, it's called Aqua Armor, but it's green. Makes no sense. I know, the designer was probably colorblind. Don't make fun of him. But here's the thing. It's called the Aqua Armor, and there's an actual reason for that. He's going to be in the water now, and as you'll see, he's going faster in the water if he's swimming. Makes the whole ordeal a lot safer for the rest of the level. You don't lose as much momentum if you actually dive in the water. Now he removed all of the sand tiles because if you only remove the top portion, on his way back like this, he couldn't have ran all the way through. So it's faster for him. Those are micro optimizations, but that's how you get world records and PBs. Doing all the small stuff adds up together in the end.
I usually do damage boost here, but I don't know how much I can take, so I'll play it safe.
Because dying here would set us back quite a bit, because we'd go back to the beginning of the island, we'd have to backtrack all the way to that section right there.
And I still don't have the warp magics until the 5th island.
Maybe
You should grab that one.
you should grab that bottle.
Yeah.
By the way, items despawn and enemies respawn when you go off screen. So he really should have grabbed that bottle.
Yeah.
Another magic bottle. So we're 3 out of 5 magic bottles at this point.
I need 4 to be fast, 5 to be safe. I'll explain why later.
By the way, when we did the roll call, we did mention, but the pretty blonde next to Jeed is actually Fozzie. So big shout outs to Fozzie. Fozzie, say hi.
It's my cousin.
Jeed.
Jeed.
And now this boss is basically a blooper on steroids.
It's okay, I'm Luigi. I can
Yeah.
handle this.
Ouija with the golden sword. It all works out. Now, hitting the tentacle makes him kind of raise his monobrow, I guess we could call it. and then it exposes his eyes, which is his weak point.
Wow.
And you could get it in one circle just like
That's
he did.
like one of my fastest.
That's one of his fastest
Wow.
fight for this. That was, wow. Yesterday was one cycle and it was fast, but this deserves a hand, people. That was even faster than yesterday. So.
And how
And
the
he's
buses
also
work.
just want to note that, you know, Higgins is somewhat chubby according to Tina. That's what she just said. He's somewhat chubby.
I want to say that I think almost every bosses and most enemies, when you hit them and they are in invincibility frames, they stop doing every action they are doing. So when I hit them, it's lengthened their animation. So usually the boss shoot 6 projectiles and go down the water, but if I'm really fast to hit him, I can lengthen his stay out and kill him in one cycle. I will do it with the Eagle boss also, and I explain it later.
Oh yeah. Let's do
Hardest boss in the game by very, very far.
Thanks, bro.
So, this is my favorite island. It feels like everything was designed to be speedrun. Everything fits so perfectly.
It's like this particular island was designed to be speedrun.
Whoops.
Oh, he got poked in the head. Damn. Thank God he has a helmet. Mega Man is so weak. Like one hit on spikes and he just blows up. This guy takes he gets stabbed in the head, just keeps going. So Higgins is stronger than Mega Man. We just confirmed this fact.
In the casual playthrough, this is a really, really annoying room. It's a trial and error section. There's 9 doors. 2 has an item, 1 is the good way to go, and 6 takes you backward. It's really annoying.
But it's also, the right one is the furthest one.
Yeah.
So
If you
I remember-
try them all in order, you're hard of luck.
as a kid, I remember trying this game, playing this game, and I got the door in my first try because I'm like, why would they put so many doors and then just, so I tried the last one. I got lucky. And I was super happy.
And you missed 2 of the items. So you have to try them all anyway.
Yeah, but I had to go back, but still, it worked. In the end, it worked out. Back then I was playing games just to enjoy them. Not trying to get bragging rights on the internet and stuff.
Boring. This part is really tricky.
Je peux pas vraiment parler, je suis un peu comme sur stream. Allô, qu'est-ce qu'il y a?
Ouais, question, ouais.
Fais ça vite, ouais.
Rick, c'est comme en livreuse aujourd'hui, sauf que son nom, il apparaît pas dans le facteur. Est-ce que je peux l'ajouter?
This is the damage
Non,
room
faut que
that
j'aille dans le
saves
back
time.
office pour ça.
20 or 30
Faut
seconds.
que j'aille dans le back office. Fait que pour elle, mais dis le nom d'un autre livreur pour aujourd'hui.
Je peux-tu mettre ton nom?
Oi.
Good.
You good?
Merci.
Okay, bye. That's what happens when you work 24/7 as an IT consultant. Clients call you while you're on a stream. Sorry about that, guys. I can promise you I'll try not to do it ever again. And I can promise you that I can't keep that promise. But I'll try real hard.
So yeah, the damage boost I took earlier. The real way to go is to do all the segment and here, oops, wow, missed it. That's bad. Anyway, I'll focus on the boss.
He's gonna get the axe, and the axe is it's my favorite weapon in the whole game. Because it's really strong, and it's also a good way to attack enemies while staying out of harm's way. And also, the bandage that's just dangling around, it's got a pretty precise hitbox, but you don't want to get hit by that. And it's 15 hits per hand, if I'm not mistaken, right?
16.
16? It's 16, I'm sorry.
16 for the hands, 16 for the body, and 24 for the head.
So it's 16, yeah, 16 for both hands, well, each hand, 16 for the body, the head is 24. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Wow, that's really bad on the G.
6, yeah, so. Good job.
Oh, I thought we'd lose this pound.
All right, we got this. All right. See, everyone's clapping for you. Like the whole all of Dreamhack, even all the way back in Sweden, they're cheering for you right now.
Now this is where I have to backtrack to all.
I remember the first time I was reading this, I was really confused because Higgins starts talking, but it doesn't say that Tina's not the one talking anymore. So I'm like, what? So it's you. Now she remembers, and now Higgins kind of in an awkward position. He's like, yeah, but the king kind of asked me to be a bro and help you out and bring you back to him. So what now? So this game actually has kind of a love triangle thing going on. And now with the axe, he's just going to keep throwing them, knocking enemies off the screen. Everything flows naturally in this level. It's so good. And he got the flute, which when you look at it, kind of looks like Higgins just ripped off someone's heart and apparently plays flute with it. So I don't know what's up with that. So there are a total of there's one shrine per island, and we're going to use this flute in each and every single one of them. It opens up another area on each island where we can get 5 orbs, well, on each island basically, to unlock the final island, which is Fua Fua Island. Or as a lot of people like to call it, Volcano Island. So we got the moon spell. We have 4 more spells to go. So this damage was intentional. He got hit by the plant, so he wouldn't get the damage from the spikes. And here, we're going to do the whole damage boost jump thing to go back. Only this time, we're being connected to the ice island. Now, in this island, there are 2 checkpoints, but we don't trigger the checkpoint on this one because this connection actually brings us right on top of the shrine. So we don't need the checkpoint on this one island. Out of all of them, that's the one we don't trigger for that specific reason. The routing allows us to skip it altogether because it's way out of the way. It's completely out of your way.
And the checkpoint is useless. I think it will still be faster to warp from the entries than the checkpoint. It's so
we go
far.
That was a damage boost. I don't know why, but it was a damage boost. Oh. I am
Well,
so
off screen, I couldn't see him.
I am so disappointed in you right now. Son, I am disappointed. Why do you do this to me?
Yeah.
We're on the internet.
Damage boost?
We're on the internet with people watching us, bro.
Oh, I need
Like
a
now,
fire sword.
they know I know you. I can't really pretend to not know you. Because I'm
Just
sitting
get the
next
world
to you.
record if you don't like my run. You learned that game, you can do it.
I can do it? You want me
Yeah.
to beat you?
Yeah.
I can't.
Why not?
You're like good. You're decent at this game at best, right?
I guess.
Oh, also, it's funny to note that his latest world record run, because he's the current world record holder. I'm talking shit, but I'm not joking. He's the world record holder. He's actually really good at this game, and his last world record run was actually a D-Rust run for this event. And he's like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna get back in the game, practice a little bit. Boom, world record.
Never have problem with this room.
Yeah, well, welcome to Choke City, population Jeed. Also, this guy's a real gentleman because I'm kind of poking fun at him right now. He could just mention my AGDQ run and just make fun of me for Axiom Verge, which I'm going to run right after him. But yeah.
Hashtag VSync.
Hashtag VSyncGate. Now,
Come on.
how can you not dodge this? You did not see. What? You're dead again. Come on. Oh, that's a death warp.
I don't even want to come into that.
So the other one, when you died before that, it was like an early death warp to reset the RNG, right?
Yeah, you said it chokes.
Yeah, reset the chokes. Good, good. This is a really fun room. On your second second visit.
The next one.
Fun island, I meant. Of course.
Okay.
This is one of my favorite parts of the game. I'm gonna give him serious time. Enjoy. I'm actually gonna shut up for a while.
Is that even possible?
No, I won't. I'm just gonna keep talking.
Okay, go ahead.
I can't.
This room is easy.
I can't do it.
This room is super easy.
I can't. I tried. I stayed silent for like a whole 5 seconds. That counts for something, right?
Whoops. Choke. I just won't take damage here, and we'll be fine.
So he's skipping 1 damage boost. Oh god. I love this part, but it's also, it stresses me out every single time.
Super easy.
You died again?
Yeah, it was fast.
He's really fast at dying though. I'll give him that. And now we're gonna fly. Also, dying resets your magic, so you can always use the wing. And of course the game gives you health when you're at like full health. Just video game things, right? What is this? Oh yeah.
This is a pretty intense part.
Now this is a pretty interesting room where he's gonna go. So we do 1 damage boost here. He's getting the magic bottle here. Now he's got 5 of them, which is what he's gonna get for the whole run. Now in this room,
No!
1 damage boost here. Well, not really damage boost, he's just losing health so that when he reaches the bottom of the map, right there, he's gonna get the sun spell, go right in the lava and die for another death warp. Ladies and gentlemen, he's a professional. Do not try this at home. I do not recommend diving into a pit of lava anytime, ever.
It's solid lava. It's not dangerous.
And now we're going to revisit the forest island. Polka, polka. Now, you'll probably notice a blatant display of developer laziness. When they made the game, I don't know if that's the last island they did the revisit for, but you'll notice that this part is pretty much a copy-paste of the last area before the boss for the first time we go to that island. Sometimes I'm like, why are you going back to the boss? There's no boss anymore. And he's not. It's just, they reused the assets. It gets pretty confusing the first time you play this game, though. And we're out. And at this point, we do this island. This is the last island that we get the spell from, simply enough because it's right next to Fuafua. And there's no are there any random encounters on that corridor? I don't remember.
I'm not sure. Not sure if I ever got one.
Because we're pretty sure also it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was almost a perfect room. That 2-frame window I mentioned earlier, in this room it's pretty useful. You can dodge the enemy as well, go through. There's almost always a way to go through a room without stopping.
This room is pretty stressful because RNG can screw you up. Especially this dragon.
And also there's a bit of RNG involved here because the dragon can throw a fireball at you and it throws off the whole timing for the room.
Oh! I can do this. I can do this.
All right, you can do it.
Oops. Won't jump far enough. That X. I'm not even sure I have enough HP. Gonna heal, just to be sure.
All right, let's try this.
It's still... Wow. Do I have enough? I'm fine. I'll be fine.
Oh, yeah.
Do it.
And there's a fountain right there, which is also a checkpoint. Good job.
What?
So these monsters look like Slimer and Mr. Stay Puft had a child. There's like a 1-pixel window where you can actually go through the squirrel. And also, I don't know why, it's like these squirrels are just, you know, evacuating their, yeah. I guess they're supposed to be throwing nuts at you, that's what I like to believe. But if you just look at them, it's I don't know. That's not E for everyone, man. And we're gonna get the purple sword, which is the power sword. I have the power.
And the next boss is the hardest in the game by
And
far.
you need this because you can actually
Casual,
knock off.
speed running, everything. It's so hard.
It's a mandatory item. That rock blocks off this area, which is the hub for the last 2 bosses of the game. This being the first one. Now you can 3-cycle this boss. 2 cycles, sorry.
Wow.
Oh!
I can get a 2-cycle.
Huh?
I can get a 2-cycle. Got about 15 hits.
He's on his way to a 2-cycle at this point. It needs 15 hits, right?
34, 35.
No, but I mean, there's like about 15 left. You did like 20.
I did about 50.
Now, his placement is really important because he needs to be at a certain range in order to dodge the egg's attack. And these guys are quite problematic if you don't deal with them before they can actually start doing their attack patterns.
The positioning is mostly a muscle memory thing, to always be at the same place. It could be anywhere, or just decide to be there.
The tempo is important, though.
Yeah, really important.
Yes. So we got this. So this is now the P break.
Which takes forever in the English version. I didn't time the difference, but I think it's between 3 and 4 minutes difference between the two versions. This cutscene is like 2 minutes and a half, and it's like 1 minute 10 in the Japanese version.
Tina,
Because they write each character one by one.
now Tina my pear, Tina my pearl, or Tina my deer? Like, is there a typo, or is that actually like he just called her a pear?
Okay.
Higgins like, what do you want? Can't you see kind of like, you know, interrupting something here, brah? And that dude's like, he, Higgins. So really, he's just stuttering. He's not laughing. He's stuttering. He's trying to say Higgins.
And there's so many he. In the Japanese version, it's like foo, 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 foo. And that's it. They go.
You'll never get away with it. He. He just goes there and he doesn't even try to reach. He's just, oh well.
And another cutscene.
Legend tells of a room on top of Fuafua that leads to the sky.
Oh, does he know that?
Why does the Mario lookalike bellhop know this? And there's a rumor, because there's always a rumor, that there's a sky bell which will lead its master to the skies. So where did he hear that rumor from? Take it from me. I read it in the Inquirer. This is...
Yeah.
This is when...
The English version.
This is when Hudson Soft jumped the shark, right there. I told you guys, the dialogue in this game is golden.
So now this bus has
This
two
section...
phases, and the first phase has 3 phases. First one takes 20 hits, and it's really, really, really easy.
Now he,
Even into crouch.
yeah, now he needs to go back, and then he goes back in, dodges the fireballs, and at some point he won't even need to move anymore.
20. So I'm done with the first phase.
So that's the end of the first phase.
I need to wait before he's ready. Like here. Another 28. Still super easy.
Yeah.
This part can be tricky, but too bad. and for the second phase.
All right.
Still, also easy, but we all lost rounds to this boss.
Yep.
And this is the easiest in the game. We all
Kind of.
lost
That's
rounds.
kind of creepy.
So, 3 jumps. 1, 2, 3. Go to the left. What? It's not doing the same pattern. Never seen that.
This never happened before.
That's interesting. I can
Never happened before.
I can deal with that.
Of course you can do it.
Yeah, it's easy. Easy as possible.
Easy peasy.
Whoops.
You got hit. We're dead. We're doomed. We're doomed.
6? I think. Yeah, okay.
Grab battle.
Yeah. It's okay.
All right.
So 30. After 38, it's time. As soon as the boss die, it's time. So I'll
Get ready for
I'll
time,
call
people.
it, but get ready. 15, 23, 4.
And
Time.
time.
This is 56. Wow, nice.
Oh. 56-18.
With all the chokes, it's pretty good.
I don't call it chokes. I call them flavor. It adds flavor to the run.
See? Good job.
All right, so I'm just gonna get going and do my setup for Axiom Verge because I'm next up. But yeah, I'll be right back.